Your reality is a series of stories interwoven together like a spider web. And you, my dear friend, are the spiddly spoo weaving that web. Yes, you may have bad things come up, circumstances which are the equivalent of rain, or bad thoughts and feelings which are the equivalent of wind. But nonetheless, you are still weaving those webs regardless of what tries to stop you. So what you need to do is you need to understand that while it may not be a full web being made in that moment, each little strand that you add, each new thought, each new feeling is building that web. And it is always building it as long as you are putting that effort in. So in today's video, I want to explain why that's the case and how you can utilize that knowledge to manifest a better outcome, regardless of whether you are or are not seeing the evidence of it. So if that's what you need today, stick out to the end of this video, drop me a like and a comment, and let's get started. So, my little spiddly spoo, you are weaving your webs. But why does that mean that in the grand scheme of real life manifestation, and not just a spider analogy, there is always movement? Well, your subconscious mind goes off of your thoughts, your feelings, your awareness, your consciousness. And that is it. It does not see what is actually out there and use that to justify what it creates. It doesn't take in what other people are feeding it unless you allow them to, and so on. It only goes off of what you are feeding it, first and foremost. Secondly, your subconscious mind does not know what is real and is not. So if from this moment forward, you were to never have another thought, never have another feeling or anything like that to do with the old story and only committed to the new, your reality would change tomorrow, for example. So when we take these two key components into consideration, it's only you that's feeding it the stories unless you allow other people to do so, by allowing yourself to be impressed by other people's words and so on, by giving other people to create for you, such as co-creation. Because of that factor, and because of the fact that it doesn't know what is and isn't real, once you start having new thoughts, you are beginning to add a new story. And it is going to get to work building that story in the background. Doesn't matter how far gone your reality seems to be in the moment, once you start making the change, it starts understanding the change and it starts making the change too. Because it doesn't use what's actually out there, let's take, for example, just so I can put like an example to the explanation, no contact. It doesn't actually know you're in no contact based on what the 3D is showing. It only knows to keep playing out no contact because you keep going, I still haven't heard from them. There's still no message. What do I need to do to get them to reach out? What next video will get a message from them within 24 hours? And so on. These stories are feeding it because they're coming from you and it doesn't know what is and isn't truth. They're feeding it the story of, I'm in no contact, thus creates more of that. So if right now you were to decide, you know what, for the last week, I've complained about being in no contact, but from now, I'm going to assume I am in loving and consistent communication with them. That's what it will start taking in. That's what it will start building up the new story on. So because of this factor, because you can change consciousness at any given moment, and because it only goes off of what you are feeding it, the second you change your stories, it starts to weave new webs. It starts to add new strands. It starts to add new little parts that go between each web. You know what I mean? You've all seen a spider web. You know what I'm talking about. And it starts to build it up. If you are finding value in this video so far, be sure to drop me a like and a comment to let me know, and it pushes it out on the algorithm to help more people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you want tailored advice specifically to your situation so you can stop all the guesswork, I have options available on my website, which is linked down below. Go check it out once you've watched this video, but for now, let's get back to it. Now, you may not necessarily see the full picture yet. You may not see anything for that matter. But in the background, because it is simply the law, nothing can deny it, it is the law. If you are having new thoughts, new feelings, new consciousness, that dominantly aligns you toward being, doing, or having that which you desire, those webs are being woven. And soon enough, you're going to be smacked in the face with a full spider web. And you're going to be like, oh yeah, that was all happening. Now I can see how this, for example purposes, this story that they posted linked to this message that they sent, and that linked to something I heard from my friend, and now I'm here with them. If you take each individual piece, you're probably like, what's even going on? Nothing's working. I'm not getting the movement, blah, blah, blah. But when you look at how these strands all connect and the timeline of them all and something, and so on, and you look at the bigger picture, you've got your full woven webs. And then you can enjoy your reality. Because the law does not discriminate. The subconscious mind doesn't take favorites. It goes, what is the story I will create? It's up to you, through discipline, through willpower, through determination, and of course good things like through fulfillment in the end, enjoyment and so on, to show your mind through consciousness, yes, I have this person. Yes, I have this job. Yes, I have that money. Yes, I have that physique, and so on. And commitment to those thoughts, feelings, and awareness is exactly what will create your movement, is exactly what will create the webs that when you take a step back, you will see how they interconnect, and you'll have the most beautiful spider web, and you, my little spiddly spoo, will be sat in the middle enjoying your work of art. I needed to keep the analogy going. But that, my good friend, is why there is always movement. You may not see it, and that's okay. Because the law is absolute. As long as you are putting the work in, you will succeed. Just because you cannot see it, each individual moment that passes does not mean it is not being done. The law is absolute. And if you are creating a new dominant state, whether it's been for a day, a week, or a month, because everyone's journey is different based on their commitment and dominancy and so on and so forth, it is still having an effect in the background. So enjoy the present moment, love living your life, stay true to that end result, and you'll get the results that you want. But that is it from me for today. I really hope that has helped you. If it has, drop me a like and a comment to let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to click that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. If you need any one-to-one help to tailor advice specifically to your situation, so you don't have to do the guesswork with the generalized videos that coaches such as myself do online, I have one-to-one services that you can find on my website, linked below. On that website are also the memberships, where you can get tons of exclusive videos, over 100, free products, discounts on every other product and services, me affirming for you, a phone call with me, and more. Or if you just want some more self-study work, I also have the full Manifest Your Specific Person course, which is 6 hours long across 33 lessons, or the full self-concept course, which is also 6 hours long across 18 lessons, all designed to help you succeed. And of course, there's the Academy, where you can get everything I just mentioned and more. So go and check that out. If something there resonates with you, you may as well just have a look. You haven't got to commit to anything, but there could be something there that will really benefit your life. But thank you very much for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.